Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. Today we remember Monica, who was the mother of St. Augustine, a saint in her own right, and today in the Church of England it's her Saint's Day. She found Augustine's movement away from the basic Christian principles in which she'd been brought up at the age of 17 very painful. He started believing all sorts of other beliefs and behaving in what she would have thought of as a very worldly sort of way. And she banned him from the house and tried all sorts of techniques to try and stop him behaving like that and to become a Christian again, none of which made any difference at all. And after a while she had a thought that this perhaps wasn't the right way to approach it, and so she started just praying for him and praying that he would change. He clearly didn't like the restricted environment in which she must have tried to impose on him to some extent, and left home in the middle of the night so that she didn't know he was going. Went off from North Africa into Europe. She, so determined that he should change, followed him through Carthage and Milan and to Rome and then eventually to Milan, and there they met again and spent more time together, and eventually, as we know, Augustine gave up his worldly life and his non-Christian beliefs and was converted to Christianity. It made me think about what techniques we can use if we want to change the people that we love. Sometimes there are people around us, people that we're fond of, family, friends, and we think that we don't entirely approve of what they're behaving, how they're behaving. We want them to be different. And we might be right, we might be wrong, of course, but on the assumption that we are what we want for them is the best. How do we set about changing them and helping them to become different people, as Monica wanted to change Augustine? Well, I think prayer, Monica's method, is one obvious way for Christians to set about it. Another, and I think really vital one, is love. I think if you want to change somebody, the best way you can do it is to really deeply love them. There's a fine line, isn't there, between accepting someone as they are and condoning their behaviour, but it is a line that can be drawn, and we don't need to give people the impression that we agree with how we're behaving in order to fully accept them and deeply love them. Trying to manipulate, trying to control, like Monica did initially with Augustine, really doesn't work. In the end, if we want to really do our best for the people around us and help them to become the people that they can be, then what is required from us is a deep and committed love.